Food for thought. It is super easy to compare your life to other people, especially those who are doing the things that you want to do. People might be having their own business, traveling, spending time with their friends and family, everything and anything between. But you are here for a reason, whatever stage in life that you are. Because someday you will get somewhere that no one else has ever been. One day you will reach the clouds that no one has ever even imagined. Because yes, it would be amazing to have your own business. Yes, it would be amazing to travel. Yes, it would be absolutely amazing just to do anything else but what you're doing. But you're here and you're present and you have to get done the things that you have to get done. Because those things, whether they're really hard, whether they're really easy, annoying, everything and anything between, they will help you get that much closer to getting to what you want. It's super duper hard not to look forward, not to try to get to that moment that you've been waiting for. Because sometimes when you get to that moment, it is not everything it's cracked up to be. I think it's super easy when you've been struggling for the past, I don't know how many months, and you finally get your break that you've been looking for. Everything finally stops. Your suffering stops. Enjoyment comes. Happiness comes. Life is normal. It's relaxed. It's like the usual, but it's weird. This life that you could be living in a while from now, I don't know when, could be everything that you've wanted. But when you get it, it's weird. Because sometimes in life, you get so comfortable going through the struggles, going through the day-to-day, going through the motion. And then all of a sudden you get peace. And it's weird. Because then it's really easy just to think like, well, what am I gonna do now? What am I supposed to do now when my time has been filled with this distraction, with this event, with these series of events? But then you have to remember who you are. You have to remember what you like to do, where you like to go, your favorite food, your favorite movie, your own favorite friend, your own best friend. Because sometimes your spouse, your significant other, even your friends will not be able to support you in your darkest times. Sometimes they just can't. They can't be there. They can't be there. They can't be there for you when you need them in the style that you need. And that's hard. And that is when you have to be your own support system. And that is kind of where the sucky part is an opportunity to grow. It's really hard. I'm not gonna say it's dandelions and roses and tulips and a magical garden of easiness and ease. But nothing in life that is worth getting to is. I think it's really easy. I don't know, I really like to travel. I would love to travel. And I kind of feel like stuck in college. And I'm like, man, finals week are now, or like finals week is like this week. I just took like my physics exam today. I had to like finish up a paper. I have my chem test, my chem final tomorrow morning at 8. And I have a paper due on Thursday. And I have something else due. It's just the paper, but it's a really long paper. It's like, or like for me, it's kind of long. It's like 1,000 to like 1,300 words. I don't usually write papers, so it's like kind of longer, and I have not started. And it's like, I just want to be doing everything and anything else but doing this. like I see on my TikTok feed that like people are traveling, like going to Italy and going to like other places. I'm just like, man, I wish I could do that. But then I kind of have to remind myself that I'm here. I've got nowhere else to be but here. And I know that it's coming from a place of privilege, that millions of people would love to be in my situation, to be studying and to be having the opportunity to learn and to be able to have an education. I think it's kind of finding that balance between gratitude, but also giving myself grace to want something else, because it is exhausting. Being a student is exhausting, and I'm ready for a break. But I think it's just me trying to figure out that I need to be patient, and that yes, I want to be already in the future, but I'm here. And tomorrow's my final, and I legit don't have anything else that I could potentially even do. And that's okay. And that yes, it does kind of stink that I have to do my final, and that I have to take tests. But I'm trying to believe that all these tests and all these long nights and all these hours of studying will pay off to something bigger than I know and bigger than myself. And I hope that you know that too, because I'm just trying to learn it as well. But yes, it does stink. But without these sucky parts, I can't, without knowing, I don't know, I guess I'm just like trying to like understand it, that I can't have something really sweet without having something sour. Because I wouldn't know the difference between sweet and sour if I didn't have one or the other. It's kind of weird to think about. I'm falling back on the analogy. You can't appreciate a sunny day without rainy days. You can't appreciate warm, lovely days without the cold and the rainy. Sometimes you just gotta find ways to keep yourself grounded. And the times that you just wanna fly away from the situation, be everywhere and anywhere else but here. But I think I'm trying to remember that not everything on the other side is greener. I thought that I'd be like, oh, I don't have to take physics classes anymore. It's gonna be a lot better. Then I was like, oh my goodness, I have so many other things I have to do. I have to put out this fire and that fire and the next fire, and then I have to prepare for my other class that I'm gonna be taking in May. So, I don't know, I guess I'm just trying to enjoy this moment. I'm trying to learn to enjoy the place that I have, the friends that I have, the moment that I have, and just trying to be present. And I think that's the hardest thing to learn. How to be present when you want to be anywhere else but in the moment. Because it would be so much easier to be elsewhere. But then it's like, then are you really living? Then what are you doing all this for? To get to the next thing, then to get to the next thing. I think I heard this podcast, and it was like, how can you ask universal questions like, what is my purpose? Why am I here? But then expect to have human answers. Like, you're meant to become a firefighter. You're meant to become a teacher. But is that your purpose? You just never know what you have in store for you. And I think that's what's kind of keeping me going. It's like, my world is so much bigger than these tests in school, and that these years are gonna fly by. And then I'm gonna look back and be like, I enjoyed these moments. I really think it's like kind of the idea of, you kind of look back, you're in the moment, you're crying, but then in these moments you're gonna look back and laugh. I think that's kind of the thing that also might help, is like, plot twist, you end up being fine. You might cry a lot. I cry sometimes, I'll be honest. Like, this stuff's hard, you gotta let it out. That's what's healthy. But that's okay. You're human, I'm human, we're human. We're just trying to figure out life. and just trying to take it day by day. Just trying to be in the moment and just trying to be present. It's hard. It is so hard. But then I think that's when kind of days and weeks and months slip by. It's when you look for that thing that's always in front. And then you're like, oh, I got here. And it's like, poop, I got here. What am I doing here? Aren't I supposed to be back in like February? But that time kind of elapsed because you were looking towards this moment. I think it's like a really, I don't know, I'm thinking of just like an analogy from the perspective of you're looking forward, you're like dealing with a really hard job right now, but you have a vacation plan 3 months from now. And you look towards that vacation for 3 months. And then 3 months go by, your vacation goes by, and you're back to square one because you were looking for something else. And I think that's what I've also learned as well, is that I've gotten the grades that I've wanted, but at the sacrifice of many months and weeks of studying really hard. And I wouldn't have traded that for the world. But it really taught me to try to live in the moment and not completely go straight for my future self, and to try to live for a little bit for myself in the moment. Not to say I go like wild and like don't study when I should, but on the weekends, like take a few hours to not do homework or sleep in a bit or stay in bed a little bit longer, or I don't know, do homework for only a few hours on that Saturday and then crank it out on Sunday. Because we're all human. We all want what we can't have. But I think we can also not want what we've always wanted and when we've achieved it. There goes my door. The wind is absolutely crazy, so yeah. And my window's open in that room, so makes sense. But yeah, I hope this sounds goofy, but I hope you at least got something out of it, because I've kind of had a wild day of trying to like balance school, take my final, try to get my paper done that was due tonight, get another reflection done. But yeah, I hope you were able to at least get something out of this, because today was wild. And I hope you've had a good day today. And I hope you have a good day and a good night. Just remember to try to be present even when you don't want to. Food for thought.